Welcome to my channel. For this class, I'm using a stick. It's literally a broomstick that I've taken the end off, and it's a very simple but really great prop to work the whole body. So let's start off parallel with the feet. Arms are about shoulder width apart, and we're going to press the stick down towards the legs. As you do that, feel the pelvic floor and stomach lifting, shoulders opening. And then reach the stick up towards the ceiling, as if someone's pulling us up towards the ceiling or we're hanging from the stick. And again, press down, opening the chest, lengthening, lift up. This time we're going to keep lengthening even more and start taking a very gentle back bend, opening the front of the body. Again, pressing down, pelvic floor and stomach engage. And again, lengthening. Keep lengthening to go back. Maybe this time you want to go a little bit further. And one more time, pressing down, open the chest. Lengthening and going as far back as feels good for your body. Going to come back and place the stick right on the top of the head, the tallest part of your body, shoulders down away from the ears. I'm going to side bend, so one elbow goes down towards the floor, the other reaches up towards the ceiling. Lengthen and lift up. Let's go in the other direction. Lengthening up. So from side to side, the side of the body is lengthening, and then we're working the muscles to bring ourselves back. One more time, just like that. Lengthen and lift up. Going to take the same thing, but reaching the arms up. Lengthen. Take the stick over to the side and coming back. Other side. Stretch it out and back. Let's go to the first side as if someone's pulling the stick on that side, and we're going to reach the hips in the opposite direction and lengthen everything back up. Let's go to the other side. Reach the stick in one direction, the hips in the other direction, and coming up. Let's do that one more time, either side. As if someone wasn't pulling us, we'd be falling. And lifting ourselves up. And to the other side. And coming up. Just place the stick in a comfortable place, more or less where your shoulder blades are. Shoulders down away from the ears. I'm going to take a very gentle twist from side to side. Nice and easy to begin with. Notice how the oblique muscles of the stomach are beginning to work. Next time we're going to stay to the right and take 2 twists to the right. Twist, twist, coming to center, to the left. Twist, twist, coming to center. Twist and then twist even more. And to the left, twist, twist, lengthening up. One more time either side, twist, twist. And to the other side. Keep the stick where it is, and we're going to take a figure of 8 motion and allow the body to react, the hips, the knees, the shoulders. And same thing in the opposite direction. Playing with that motion, whatever feels good for your body. Let's take the stick back over the head. And start off with a small circle. And we're going to increase the circle, making it a little bit bigger each time. See how far back you want to take the stick. Really feel your shoulders opening and warming up now. Let's go in the other direction, starting off small, and each time a little bit bigger, a little bit further back. Twice more to this side. Gonna plant the stick into the mat. Make sure you have a surface that's not going to slip, so not on the floor but on a mat or on a carpet. Press the stick down and we're going to walk away until the spine is really, really long. Keep the stomach lifted. You're going to bend the knees and bend the elbows a little bit so you're allowing the chest to sink down, and then stretch the legs and reach the arms forward. So you're getting a really good stretch. Let's do that one more time. Bending the knees, bending the elbows down towards the floor, opening in between the shoulders, dropping the chest down a little bit more, and then stretching. Do exactly the same thing, but change whichever hand was on top. And bending the knees, bending the elbows, opening the chest, and then stretching the knees, reaching the arms forward. Keep lifting in the stomach. Let's do it one more time. Bend. Stretch, reach forward. Coming up, coming a little bit closer to the stick, and now we're going to round the back, pull the stomach in and bring the hips forwards and pull the stick away so you get a really good stretch in between the shoulder blades. Come up, I'm going to change hands again and let's do the same thing one more time. Rounding, opening in between the shoulder blades. And coming up. I'm going to keep the stick in the center. Legs are parallel, so they're on either side of the stick. Going to press down, lift up the toes, spread the toes back down to the floor, and then lift up the heels. Find the balance. Slowly lower down, lift up the toes. Lower the toes and lift up the heels, finding the balance. Just going to play with that a few times, that rocking motion working through the feet. Last time, lift the toes, lift the heels, and this time we're going to stay there, finding the balance. Going to bend the knees, making sure they're parallel, so they're not going in towards to the stick, but directly forwards. Stretch the legs and lower the heels. I'm going to keep going with that. You might want to keep it pretty small, so just focusing on lifting the heels up. Or if you want to make it a little bit more challenging for your legs, you can start going down into a deeper squat and then coming up. So you have the stick to help you. You can use it a lot by really pushing down, or you can barely use it at all, and then the legs will work even more. We're going to take out one more time. Lift the heels, bend the knees any amount. Going to stay there. Feel the muscles of the legs working. Coming up and down. Similar, but we're going to take a V position. Heels together, toes apart. Again, I'm going to change which hand was on top. Press the stick down as you lift the heels up and down. Lift up the heels, find the balance, and down. Lift up the heels, find the balance, stay. Bend the knees, straighten, and heels down. Again, lift. You could choose to keep it small, or you can bend the knees as much as you want. and lift and down. Lift the heels, keep the length through the spine as you bend the knees. Up and down. Let's just do one more like that. Bend the knees any amount, and we're just going to stay there. Coming up and relax the heels. Open the legs to a wider position. I'm going to straight away bend both knees and lift up the heel of one leg, one foot, and down, and the other one. And now we're going to do both heels together. Lift and down. Lift the heels. Another 3, 2, 1. Going to stay, then take little pulses. Lift the heels up. Pulse. Use the muscles of the hips to open the knees. And coming up. We're going to have both hands facing towards the right side. Walk away so your back is long, and this time we're going to bend the left knee so we're really gazing towards the upper arm, the upper right arm, and reaching the hands forwards, and then straighten the leg. Again, as you bend the left knee, reach the stick forward, open so it should feel like a really nice stretch for the right side of the body, and down. I'm going to do that one more time. Just stay there enjoying the stretch. This time, as we straighten the knee, we're going to reach the stick forwards. Keep looking towards the right, twisting towards the right. Lift the stick up and then take it on a backward diagonal. And coming back, planting the stick into the mat. And stretching even more. Lengthening, straightening the leg. And lengthening the stick back on a long diagonal. And back into the floor. Open the chest. Let's just do it one more time like that. And back. And let's go on the other side. So both hands looking towards the left. Plant the stick down. See how much space you want between the hands. I'm taking more or less shoulder width. This time I'm going to bend the right knee and look underneath the left arm, gazing up on a long diagonal. And straighten the right knee. Again, twist. And straighten. Bending the right knee, reach left hand forward, open the chest. This time I'm going to lengthen the stick forward, keep twisting to the left, and take the stick on a long diagonal back, and forward, plant it into the mat, up, and down. One last time, keep lengthening the stick away from you on a long diagonal. And back down. Let's come up to standing. Take the right leg forward, the left leg back into a lunge. And we're just going to bend both knees, aiming the left knee towards the floor and down. You might go all the way, you might go halfway. See what feels right for you today. So we're going to keep on with this movement. As we bend, going to reach the stick forward, rounding the spine and coming up. Round and coming up. Do it one more time, round, coming up, and we're going to take circles with a stick, like you're stirring a big cauldron. Start off quite small. You might want to gradually increase the size so it becomes quite a challenge for the balance. Come back. Open the left foot a little bit so you have a nice stable base. We're going to take the stick forward and take a good stretch, bending the right knee, lunging forward. And then we're going to transfer the weight back, bend the left knee and flex the right foot. And again, bending the right knee, reach forwards, really nice stretch for the back. And take the weight back, stretch the right leg. Let's just do it one more time like that. Forward lengthen. Back, stay there for a moment and breathe. Coming back. Have the left leg in a stable position. We're going to press down with a stick. Open the chest, gaze up towards the ceiling. Find a back bend. And coming back. Let's do it one more time. This time take the right arm up. And then as you reach the right arm back, reach the left arm forward. So you're increasing the back bend. Coming back. And we get to do all that on the other side. Plant the stick. Find the lunge. Start off simply by bending both knees, pointing the back knee towards the floor. So we're going to keep going with that motion. This time as we bend, we're going to take the stick forward, round the spine, and coming up. And round, up. You can go down as much as you want. Now let's start challenging the balance by taking circles, starting off relatively small, and then see if we can increase the range of motion and make it more challenging. The bigger the circles are, the more we have to work on our balance. Oops. And if we fall, no big deal, just come back. Let's go to the other side. Stirring like a big witch's cauldron. Two more big circles. And find the balance. Take the left foot forward, right foot back. Reach the stick forward, really lengthen forward. And then bend the back knee, flex the left foot. Transfer the weight forwards, stretching forwards. Bend the back knee, flex the front foot, stretch behind that leg. Let's do it one more time. Lengthen forwards, really long spine. And back. And then again finding the position of the legs that feels secure. Pressing down with the stick, opening, gazing upwards, finding a gentle back bend. And coming back. One more time. Back bend, this time the left hand goes up, and as we reach the left hand back, reach the stick forward, so you're increasing that back bend. And back. we're going to take the stick, have the right hand on top, so we're aligning it with the head, and the left hand at the bottom, so we're aligning it with the hips, and you want to rest your head on your hand. So we're keeping the spine very long, legs are parallel. Let's start off with a squat, bending the knees, lengthening the spine, going as deep as you want, and coming up. Again, deep squat, coming up. Again, we're going to challenge the balance. So we're going to lift the right leg, bring the knee towards the chest, find the balance, and then we're going to reach the right leg back. We're aiming to get the leg parallel to the floor, and we're aiming to get the stick parallel to the floor. And coming back, find the balance. Oops. One more time. Really lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And again, if you fall, no big deal. Just get back. Stretch it out. Whew. And coming back. Just going to bring the hands even closer together on the stick. So you get a good stretch for the shoulders. Stay there for a breath. And let's do the whole thing to the other side. So the left hand is at the top by the side of the head. The right hand is by the side of the hips. Feeling the spine long, and just squat, deep squat, feeling the spine lengthen. Think of the navel pulling in towards the stick as if it wants to touch the stick, and coming back. Let's do it one more time. Nice deep squat, coming back. And now the challenge. Lift the left leg up. And then reach it back, keep lengthening the top of the head forward, the leg back. I'm aiming to get the stick and the leg parallel to the floor. And bringing it back, finding the balance. One more time. Lengthen. Keep lengthening. Find the balance. Coming back. And then again, try and bring the hands as close together as they can be on the stick. Open the chest. Breathing deeply in and out. So again, planting the stick into the floor, and we're going to take a squat, a wide-legged squat. So bending the knees. I'm going to really play with it from side to side. So come to sitting. Hands shoulder width apart. We're going to pull the hands apart from each other, and then I'm going to press them in towards each other. Again, pulling them away from each other and pushing them in towards each other. Just do that one more time. Open and press. So now come to a position with your feet on the floor. Open the arms, pull them away from each other, and roll down halfway. Press the hands in towards each other, coming up, and lift the arms up. Opening, rounding back, drawing the navel in, as if someone's pulling the stick forward and the stomach is pulling back. And coming up, lengthening up. Again, rounding, opening the arms, push towards each other, lengthen up, Do that one more time. Imagine someone's pulling the stick forward and your stomach's really pulling back. And coming all the way up. This time we're going to round halfway down. Stay there. Navel drawing in and the arms reach up and back down. Another 4, 3, 2, last one, and rolling all the way to lying on the floor. Reach the arms back, keep lengthening them on the floor. The feet are slightly wider than the hips, and we're just going to allow the knees to drop to the right and to the left. Again, from side to side. Next time we're going to stay with both knees towards the right side, and as they come back we're going to reach both arms and the stick up towards the ceiling, and then as the knees drop to the left, reach the arms and the stick back towards the floor. Again, so it's really using the stomach muscles to bring everything to center, and then lengthen the arms back as the knees drop towards the right. Again, just like that. Reaching the arms back, reaching the knees to the side, and using the stomach to bring them back. Next time we're going to stay with the knees over to the right. Reach the arms long, and then we're going to side bend to the left. And then coming back and bringing everything back to center. Reach the stick back, legs over to the left, and then side bend over to the right, bringing everything back to center. Let's do it one more time either side. So you can make it a small movement, or if you want, you can make it a really big side bend. Back. And lift one more time to the other side. Side bend. Back. And lift the arms. We're going to keep the arms pointing up to the ceiling and take both legs to a tabletop position. Squeeze the inside thighs together. This time we take both knees over to the right. We're going to take the stick over towards the left, and then using the stomach to bring them back. Over to the other side, knees to the right, hands with the stick over to the left, and center brings it back. From side to side, a variation of side to side. Let's take it one last time to either side. And then coming back to center, bring the knees in, place the stick over the shins. Gonna lift the head and shoulders up, and from here we're gonna take a double leg stretch. Reach the legs out, reach the arms back, inhale, exhale, bring yourself into a tight little ball. Stick helps the knees to come in towards you. Lengthen out, and exhale. In. Let's do 2 more of these. Lengthen out, stomach in. Last time, stretch. Relax the head down. And I put the hands towards the center of the stick and both feet on either side. So it's a comfortable, wide-legged position. Bend the knees. And exhale, reach the legs as straight as you feel you can. Bending the knees. And reaching until you get a good stretch on the back side of the body. Again, bend. And stretch. stretch. So we're going to keep both knees bent and very gently start rocking right and left. And you might want to make it a little bit bigger, like a happy baby from side to side. Let's do one last time, either side. I'm going to bring the legs closer in towards each other, so the hands are on the outside of the feet, knees are bent. This time, as you exhale, we're going to stretch the legs back and bend. So just stretch as far as feels good for you. You might find that your legs start going over your head. And you might be able to stretch your legs all the way. They might stay slightly bent. Just find the way of doing it that feels good for your body. We'll do it one more time. Stay there, breathing into that stretch of the back body. And then bend the knees. We're going to hook the knees over the stick. Lift the head up. I'm going to turn my palms to face me, and we're going to start rocking, like rolling like a ball. So start off nice and small, and then make it bigger and bigger, massaging your spine on the mat until we come up to a sitting position. Going to take the stick and place a foot on it, bend the knee, round the spine, and then inhale, lengthen the leg, open the chest. Again, you might straighten the leg all the way, or you might choose to keep a soft bend in it. Go as far as feels right for you. Again, bend the knee round, and then open the chest, lengthen the leg. One more time, round. And stretch. Gonna stay here. Start rounding back, rolling back. And then I'm just gonna let this go. Lift the left leg up and rock up and down. So again, you might want to keep the knee bent, or you might want to keep it straight. Let's just take one more time, lengthening the left leg up and down. Just going to stay there for a moment, maybe play a little bit right and left. And let's do all that with the other leg. So hook the foot over the stick, round the spine, and lengthen, open the chest, round, lengthen and lift. One more time, round and reach. Start rolling, 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 and then let it go and rock, and coming back, rolling up and down. Let's just do it twice more. Last one, rock. Coming back, stretching the leg out a bit more. Maybe playing a little bit from side to side. And then bend both knees so that you can put the feet over the stick. I'm going to flip my palms so that they're facing upwards. Relax the head over, the spine's round, and then lengthening, opening the chest, looking forward. So you might want to keep the knees bent. If you're pretty flexible, you might want to stretch the legs out. So round the spine, and then lengthen the spine, open the chest. One more time, really rounding over Bring the forehead towards the knees, and then lengthening, opening. And we're going to take a roll down. Reach the arms forwards, navel back, rolling one vertebra after another, lengthening the stick up and then back, reaching it out. And then lifting up, inhale, exhale, rolling one vertebra after another and stretching over. And keep going in your own rhythm, one vertebra after another. Reach forward. One more time, rolling down. And coming up, really reach forward. Keep the stick parallel to the floor. Reach the head forward as you reach the navel back. And then open the legs. We're going to take a saw variation. So we're going to plant the stick down towards the floor. Going to reach the top arm forwards and bend the bottom elbow. So getting a really nice stretch on the side of the body. Coming up, and we're going to change to the other side. Plant the stick down, bend the bottom arm as you stretch the top arm. Reach. And let's do it one more time. That pace, nice and slow, to get a really nice stretch. Keep rooting your sits bones into the floor as you stretch the pole forwards. And plant the stick, stretch forward, open the side of the body. We'll do it a few more times, a little bit faster. Forward and up and forward. Up, just one more each side. And forward and up. Close the legs, bend the knees. I'm going to take a rowing motion, a figure of 8 motion, going up and down. As you do that, lift up one leg and the other leg. And perhaps even both legs. Really feel free to play with how much you go down and up, how much you move the legs, as if we're in a boat. And then coming all the way down. Lift the legs, bring the knees towards the chest. We're going to take a teaser from here. Coming up, stretch, bend the knees and roll down. Just twice more. Up and down. One last time, stay in the teaser. Reach the legs forward. And let's come up onto our knees. Reach one leg and plant it onto the floor. Lift the stick up. If someone's really pulling us up towards the ceiling, and let's side bend towards a straight leg. And then coming up and lengthen the body on a long diagonal. And again. Side bending from side to side. So we're really working the muscles on the side of the body to bring us back. Reaching out and back. Let's do it twice more, just like that. Reaching out long and back. And then the last time we're going to go all the way to the floor, so make sure the stick is planted onto the mat so it doesn't slip. Reach it away, shoulders down away from the ears. And I'm going to lengthen the straight leg and lift it up. And bend. Lengthen to lift and tap it down. The bottom arm might be bent. Try and lengthen the top arm away, so you're getting that really nice stretch on the side of the body as you work the side muscles of the leg. Twice more. Last one, we're going to try and stay there, hold it for a moment. And then keep the stick where it is. Bend the knees to get that stretch. Then we're going to take that to the other side. So other leg reaches out, stick reaches up, and side bending towards the long leg, and then away on a long diagonal. Should be feeling the muscles on the side of the waist lengthening and strengthening. Each time lengthen out even more. Do it twice more. Stretch out. And the last one, we're going to take the stick until it touches the floor, making sure it's really firmly into the mat. Lengthen out and lift the top leg and down. Lengthen to lift and out. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1. And we're going to stay there, lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Bending the knee back and taking a stretch. So I'm going to keep the stick planted into the mat. And as you press the stick down, lift up your pelvic floor, lift up the stomach muscles, relax the shoulders. And we're going to start circling. And you can start off small and gradually increase the circle. So see how far back you want to go, how far forward you want to go. Let's do 2 more in this direction. So make them as big as you can. And let's go in the other direction. So starting off a little bit smaller and gradually making it bigger. How far back you feel you can go. Twice more. Keep the stick where it is. You're going to come into a rest position. So the head is dropping down and the arms are reaching up. Let's just try climbing up, opening the chest and relaxing down. Again, just like that. Pressing the stick down, open the chest and relaxing down. And we're going to do the same thing, but lying on our stomachs. It's a little bit more challenging now. So coming up, seeing how high you can climb up. Open the chest and down. And again, coming up, climbing up and down. So bring the stick down. Have your hands over the stick, and we're going to reach the stick forward so that the shoulders come up a little bit towards the ears, and then draw them down. As you do that, lift the chest and come up as far as feels good for your back. And back down, relax the top of the head. Again, shoulders draw down, open the chest, gaze forward. And as you come down, lengthen and lift both legs. I'm going to take it into a small swan dive, rocking forwards and backwards. And coming back to a rest position, Just for a moment, relax the head over. Breathe. Gonna come to standing over the stick. So try and find a place that's comfortable to put your feet on the stick. It might be a little bit painful, so play until you find a place that feels good for you. Your hands are on the floor. I'm just going to walk from side to side. I find that the connection of the heel into the foot works best for me, but see what works for you. You can put plenty of weight onto the hands, so it should feel like a good massage. And then with your knees softly bent, see if you can come up one vertebra after another, all the way up. So one foot on the mat, and with the other foot we're just going to massage the fascia on the foot. You might find some places which feel a little tender, so you can spend some time taking care of them. And let's do that to the other side. Giving your foot a little attention. And then just place both feet on the mat. Lengthen up through the top of the head. Take a deep breath in. Bring the palms together and bring the palms towards your heart. Thank you so much for doing this class with me, and please subscribe if you'd like to do some more free videos together.